External description. The tiger is a quick predator and stowaway, and despite being smaller than the rest of the tiger family, it can still kill animals significantly larger than its size because to its huge head and powerful jaw muscles. The tiger's body is lengthy for a cat, and its legs are small in comparison to its size. The tiger's head measures between 125 and 165 centimeters, 35 to 75 in, while the tail measures between 60 and 110 centimeters, 24 to 43 in. These creatures range in height from 45 to 80 centimeters, 18 to 31 inches, with males being roughly 30% larger than females. The first weighs 37 to 91 kilograms, 82 to 200 pounds, whereas the second weighs 28 to 60 kilos, 62 and 132 pounds. Larger tigers can be found in locations where there are no huge carnivores, such as lions and tigers. Because the tiger is one of several spotted cats, it's easy to mix it up with other similar species like the leopard and jaguar, and the easiest way to tell them apart is by looking at their fur spots. Unlike the tiger, the latter has a central point in each of its specks. The tiger is also larger and stronger than the slender, long-legged leopard. However, it is slightly smaller than the jaguar, and the tiger's tail is about half the length of its body or more, whereas the jaguar's tail is much shorter, and the tiger has a distinctive white spot on the bottom of its tail that the female uses to communicate with her pups when she moves through the grass, whereas leopards and jaguars do not have this spot. The tiger's tail is nearly half the length of its body or more, whereas the jaguar's tail is considerably shorter, and the tiger has a characteristic white spot on the underside of its tail that the female uses to communicate with her pups while moving through the grass, whilst leopards and jaguars do not. The leopard's disorganized black spot was well hidden among the dry grasses and trees. Eastern Africa has a circular shape, while Southern Africa has a square shape. Color patterns. A well-known tiger color pattern, the brightest, is created by a dominant gene that defeats and replaces the rust-colored gene. These animals are known as black tigers, sometimes known as black jaguars, and can be found in mountainous and rainy environments. Black tigers are especially common in peninsular Malaysia, where original reports suggested that half of the tigers were stingrays, but a camera-based research at Taman Negara National Park in 2007 revealed that all of the tigers there are black. The dark color is thought to aid the tiger's camouflage in the rainforest. Although the full extent of its benefits is unknown, there are 4 parallel evolutions of stinging in cats, according to genetic studies, implying that being black has certain advantages for them. Another theory for this problem is that this hue is simply an ancient skin adaptation that has lasted to this day. The gene that causes scorching can also impair these animals' immune systems. Black tigers are less common in Africa because they cannot hide themselves in the grass when hunting on the dry savanna or avoiding larger predators like spotted hyenas and lions, and stinging gives them no edge over their prey or competitors. According to estimates, there are only a few black tigers in Africa, with only one dark tiger for every 80 or 100 spotted tigers. The black tiger is more familiar from all regions of Africa in general. In the deep forests of Abyssinia's highlands, 1 out of every 5 tigers is black. Tigers also have a color pattern known as faux scorch, in which the spots are closer together than usual, covering the color of their fur's backdrop and giving them a semi-black appearance. This intense black hue runs over the flanks and ribs of certain individuals, with only a few golden brown lines in some regions of the body indicating that these animals are natural color. The specks on the flanks or ribs that did not integrate with the black hue are small and distinct, and do not form rosettes. As with typical spotted tigers, these tigers' faces and lower bodies are mottled and paler than the rest of their bodies. Fake stingrays are frequently wrongly referred to as black tigers. A photograph of the skin of a tiger from southern India is shown in a document belonging to British zoologist Reginald Innes Pocock. This animal had large black spots, similar to the pattern of the skin of a jaguar and a speckled tiger, each of which formed a frame with a number of spots in the middle. Another image depicted a Pocock tiger's hide from southern India, which had such black pigment and compact speckles that the tiger appeared mottled or somewhat striped in gold or yellow. Behavior and biological properties. Tigers are recognized for their climbing abilities, as evidenced by their resting on tree trunks in broad daylight and subsequently descending to the ground with their heads down. Although the tiger is a strong swimmer, it does not swim as well as other large cats like tigers and jaguars. Tigers are extremely agile animals, capable of running at speeds of up to 58 km per hour, 36 miles per hour, and jumping up to 6 meters and 3 meters in height. The tiger is primarily nocturnal in nature. Although tigers spend the most of their lives sleeping, there have been reports of tigers hunting during the day, particularly when the sky is overcast. The tiger sleeps or rests on tree trunks, behind boulders, or among grasses for the majority of the day. Food and hunting. Leopards are opportunistic hunters who will consume everything from a dung beetle to a massive male moose weighing 900 kilograms, 1,984 pounds, however they favor medium-sized prey. The tiger's diet consists primarily on ungulates and monkeys. It eats rodents, reptiles, amphibians, birds, and fish, among other things. In Africa, medium-sized antelopes like the Thomson's gazelle and the impala make up the majority of the tiger's diet. In Asia, these animals eat a variety of deer and antelopes, including the spotted deer and the mundak, as well as deer. Statistical studies on the tiger's preferred prey in southern India revealed that. Another study in the Chinese Wulong Reserve demonstrated the tiger's resilience to changing food sources. During 7 years, the foliage cover in the tiger's residences reduced, prompting them to shift their predation from hooded deer to reed rats and other small game. The tiger approaches its target quietly before it pounces at the last possible minute and bites it in the neck, forcing it to choke. Tigers frequently hide their victims in dense undergrowth or transport them to a tree, and are capable of lifting prey 3 times their own weight. Unlike lions, tigers, and jaguars, the tiger is the only large cat that carries its prey to trees. The tiger's favorite prey weighed between 10 and 40 kilograms, 22 to 88 pounds, in one study related to roughly 30 research publications, and those weighing approximately 25 kilograms, 55 pounds, were favored over others. Leopards seems to prefer to prey on the common bush antelope and diver's antelope in addition to the impala and spotted deer. Other characteristics that tigers use to select their prey include the size of the herd, as it is usually preferable to attack an animal living in a small herd, the habitation, as prey living in densely populated areas are unable to evade and flee rapidly, and the environment, and the amount to which the prey can damage the tiger. Reproduction and life cycle. The male tiger may pursue the female who catches his attention, and if he is not in charge, he may engage in combat with the dominant male in possession of the female in order to earn his right to mate, causing the female to fight the male a little before allowing him to have intercourse. Tigers have several mating seasons depending on where they dwell. In Africa and most regions of Asia, they breed all year, but in Manchuria and Siberia, they have a distinct mating season from January to February. The female is sexually receptive for 6 to 7 days during her estrus cycle, which lasts roughly 46 days. Pregnancy might last anywhere from 90 to 105 days. The female subsequently gives birth to an abdomen containing 2 to 4 puppies, however the mortality rate among the young is significant, since only 1 or 2 puppies survive following the period of breastfeeding. The mother burrows her stomach in a cave, a gap between stones, a hollow tree, or dense thickets, and the young open their eyes 10 days after they are born. Puppies' fur is thicker and longer than that of adult tigers, and their fur is longer and darker gray than that of adults, with less obvious markings. As puppies are roughly 3 months old, they begin to catch up with their mother when she starts hunting.